Are you looking for the best chainsaw sharpeners? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best chainsaw sharpeners on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Granberg International File and Joint G106B. The file and joint almost looks a bit gimmicky at first glance, but in use, it really shines. It does everything you need it to do. It holds the chain in place, adjusts the height, pitch, and angle, and keeps you perfectly lined up so that every tooth is the same. The file holder accepts both round files for sharpening teeth and flat files for setting depth. It works well if your saw is on the bench or sitting on a stump. Because you aren't worried about setting all the different angles of every tooth, you can move through a chain pretty quickly, and swapping from left to right is just a couple of finger adjustable wingnuts/set screws away. It's compact enough to fit in most chainsaw cases and can go anywhere because you don't need to plug it in. Once this is set up, it will give you good, consistent chains without the concentration and skill required to sharpen freehand. If I could have only one, I would buy the Granberg. Number 2. Oregon Bench-Mounted Mini Grinder. Once you set the knobs for the first tooth, the wheel shaves every following tooth to the set angle. Swapping from left to right is a matter of loosening a knob and twisting the chain holder to the other side, and tightening it. I wouldn't have needed directions, but I read them anyway. A gauge comes with the grinder so that you can set the depth and choose the right wheel for your chain. You can also grind down the spare wheel with the provided dressing stone to make a flat wheel for setting depth for the chain. I didn't bother and just used a flat file, but the option is there if you want it. Several wheels are available for the grinder, but it comes with 3.2mm and 4.7mm wheels. Number 3. EzzDoo Electric Chainsaw Sharpener. The EzzDoo is essentially a Dremel tool with a detachable guide and diamond bits specifically sized for chainsaws. It will accept Dremel tool attachments and other bits that use Dremel-sized shanks and collets. I left the speed at the lowest setting because I didn't want to mess things up too bad if I slipped. That being said, it still made quick work of each tooth. With 2 steady hands, you can get pretty consistent angles if you follow the guide closely. The cord was quite short, and even though I was only 3 feet from an outlet, I needed to use an extension cord to get the proper position. If you don't have a Dremel tool already and want a complete package, it's hard to beat this price and performance. The guide will help you find the correct angle, but won't really help hold the tool in position, so if you don't have a steady hand, this may take some practice to get solid results. You will need to have a flat file to set the depth, which is not included here. I could have used the bit and freehand it, but it wouldn't be consistent, which would affect performance. Number 4. Dremel A679-02 Sharpening Attachment Kit. I use my Dremel for all kinds of projects around the house, and with this kit, I can add chainsaw sharpening to the list. The supplied guides work well, and I was able to actually use 2 of them on the chainsaw, even though one was intended for lawn mower blades. Either way, I was able to get fast results with the stone bits. I kept the speed low-medium, and only needed about a second on each tooth. If you already have a Dremel tool, the chainsaw sharpening kit is an easy choice. I spent more time making sure I was lined up before touching than I did removing material. However, the bits did show signs of wear after just one chain, which was a little concerning. Also, I noticed accelerated wear if the rotation of the tool was into the top of the tooth. Changing what side the tool was on corrected that, but the bits still looked used. If you already have a Dremel tool, then this kit is a great addition and will serve well for occasional sharpening. I would look elsewhere if you need to sharpen often, or a high volume of chains. Number 5. Oregon Chainsaw Sharpening Kit 104004. My first chainsaw sharpener was just a plain Oregon file with no guides, and I learned how to sharpen chains the hard way. Looking back, I should have just gotten this kit for an extra $10. The angle guide, depth gauge, and flat file make sharpening faster and easier. I can get a sharp chain with just a file, but I can do it faster and with less effort with this kit. The Oregon Chainsaw Sharpening Kit comes with 2 flat and 1 round file. The Oregon Chainsaw Sharpening Kit comes with 2 flat and 1 round file. Drew Conover. The only reason this didn't take top spot in the under $20 category was because the guide doesn't keep you level like the Husqvarna does. But this kit does have the best depth gauge out of the bunch. I have used Oregon bars and chains and have not been let down, and the same is true with this sharpening kit. Included in the kit are 2 wooden handles so that you can have a handle on a round file and the flat file at the same time, which is nice so that you don't have to switch back and forth. With a little practice, you'll have nice sharp chains using the Oregon kit.